To feel emotions and have intense feeling isn't a bad thing until and unless those emotions, those feelings start to control you and you lose control over your own self. Imagine you are working in your office at peace, loving the job that you're doing, and your boss just had a hard day. And because of that anger, because of that frustration, he maybe shouts at you for no reason, or maybe he disrespects you. And instead of understanding and being patient enough to deal with the situation some other time, some other day, when the other person is in their right state, you choose to confront to them because you think that disrespecting you is not acceptable. You are right, you're not totally wrong. But what you're doing is you're letting your feelings, your emotion take hold of you. Because in the end, you love the job that you're doing. It is paying for your family. But just because of that one bad encounter, you cannot put everything on stakes. And when in such situations, whether in terms of family, because imagine you have this truly amazing partner, but there are differences between you two because of the way how differently you were raised. But in the end, you want to be with them. But just because of that one situation, you're not able to slide things off. It means that your feelings, that your temporary emotions have control over you. Maybe you had that passion, you had that connection with them that would have led to a beautiful family, of you having a stable place, your safe space to be at. But you let your emotions come in between, because you need to understand that it is valid to experience all those feelings, to experience all those emotions. It is okay. But reacting to each and every emotion is not justified, because you will end up losing such good opportunities. You will end up losing such good people because of that abrupt action that you took when you were angry or when you were feeling disrespected. That's why it is said that one of the biggest lessons we are here to learn on this planet is to be patient. A person who is patient, it does not mean that they don't respect themselves enough. It does not mean that they are wrong in any way or that they're putting themselves down. It's just that they live life with a bigger picture. If tomorrow when the other person is calm, if tomorrow when the other person have come back to the senses, because the other person now the in charge of their mind, of their reaction is not their anger or their different emotions, they will listen to you. But when you know that the other person is already reactive, they're not in their senses, they're letting their ego talk, they're letting the emotions talk, you try to explain them even the right thing, the other person won't listen to you. And I learned this thing after such a long time, because I thought maybe I have to defend myself in every situation. I have to speak up for myself, because otherwise I was letting the other person disrespect me. But the thing which I didn't understood was that if that person is not open enough, because that person has no knowledge about how to control his or her emotions. And ask yourself this question: no matter how rude a person was with you, if that person genuinely had good intentions towards you, deep down, maybe they don't even acknowledge, they would feel bad. Because every time when I'm angry, every time when I disrespect someone, even when I know I was not wrong to do that because of the way they behaved with me, still a sensation of burning. I feel it. We all feel it. The inner voice speaks that I don't want chaos. So it is so important that we understand to distinct what are the long-term emotions that we are experiencing, that that person or that situation is bringing to us, and then calmly deal with it. Because not every situation, not everything requires instant reaction. Sometimes the truth unfolds its own self in such a beautiful way that you in no world would have been able to explain that lesson, explain that teaching to the other person. But the truth comes up front. Over time, I think the biggest thing which helped me to come back to my own self, to come back to myself, to be at peace, and to have this feeling of enlightenment, I can say, in a way, to be just calm in my own self, in my own thoughts. Because I was never this person who was okay sitting all alone reading a novel, who was okay being seen alone. But over time, I realized like I was letting those emotions of ego come in between. That was not okay. That was seriously not okay. And because of that reason, so many things were disrupting in my life. I seriously hope this video was meaningful to you. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for supporting me. And if you genuinely like my videos, do leave a comment. I read each and every comment, and it motivates me so much to walk on this path of truth. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye guys.